your slides to the screen and I'll leave you to present the session. I will hand it over to you. Thanks, Gaddafi.
Okay, thank you very much, Vincent. Very good day to everyone. Thank you so much. So today I'll be sharing on the view of a Telecom Malaysia Berhad through one of its line of business, which is TM1, on the building a future-proof banking industry. So we have been hearing from our panel in our earlier session. We're talking about the emergence of the digital banking in Malaysia. But here I am today. We are trying to provide you with a view from a service provider, strictly from the infrastructure that creates the digital platform that enables a future-proof banking industry. So before I proceed to my main point, I would like to take a bit of time to share with everyone in regards to Telecom Malaysia today. So actually, Telecom Malaysia has been serving the nation since 1946, which is approximately 11 years before the independence of Malaysia itself. And in 1962, 5 years after the independence of Malaysia, we have been providing the subscriber trunk dialing, STD, which is the first STD from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore via a microwave link. And few years after, we've been serving the entire nation via the long distance microwave link. And in 1986, we merged with the Telecommunication Department of Sabah and Sarawak to become what we call Jabatan Telekom Malaysia. And in 1987, Jabatan Telekom Malaysia undergoes its privatization. And in 1991, we rebrand ourselves as Telekom Malaysia. So here we are today, based on the screen that I've shared. We are serving the home user, the enterprise and public sector, and also the other telecommunication service provider in Malaysia. So the perspective that I'm trying to bring today is our view from the service provider point of view. So today, from the customer that we serve, from the home user, we are serving approximately 2.8 million of the home user, 411,000 of SMEs. And when it comes to the specific industry of the enterprise customer, we have a specific line of business known as TM1, which serve today approximately 11,000 of enterprises and public sectors customer. And as I mentioned, we do have also another line of business, which is TM Wholesale, who is serving more than 500 telecommunication service provider from the domestic and international perspective as well. Now, how we do it is through our extensive network coverage, in which today, as you can see, we have 560,000 fiber optic cables across the nation, still having 246,000 kilometers of copper cables, in which we look forward to fiberize all of them for the next 5 years. And talking about the readiness of us connecting to the world, we have 20 direct connectivity, in which it is connecting to more than 60 countries through the submarine cables. And these are also connected via 7 local and 4 international submarine landing cable stations. That enables us as the Malaysian to connect to the entire world. Now, that is on the fixed part. So when it comes to the wireless part, yes, we do have 4,000 of 4G LTE sites today with
Hi, guys.
13,000
Sorry.
Wi-Fi hotspots.
I think a lot of people are relatively familiar with telecoms operations, given that most of the audience are from Malaysia.
Yep.
Maybe we can quickly wrap up the history of TM and jump to the presentation about the future proofing part.
Okay, no worries,
All right,
Vincent.
thanks, guy.
So as a base, here we are today actually in supporting the industry itself by involving ourselves as the digital infrastructure provider in a few key initiatives that has been set by the government. So one of the key initiative was My Digital, in which My Digital is actually an initiative that has been created to support the national digital footprint, and Telecom Malaysia has been named as the only local cloud service provider alongside with Microsoft, Google, and also AWS. And so when it comes to providing the infrastructure, yes, we are fiberizing the nation and also implementing 5G for the benefits of country. And the key question that we need to ask, why do TM involve in this kind of initiative, is because of the needs to build and support the ecosystem for the local enterprises to digitalize. And this is with the objective to have a better deployment of the quality broadband and also the digital technology infrastructure. Yeah. So zooming into the banking industry, Telecom Malaysia has been serving the industry for more than 30 years. So with the core services of voice, internet, and data services, here we are today trying to improve our infrastructure in order to enable Malaysia as a digital nation. So if I can summarize, based on the offering that we provide today, we've been serving the internet services, the voice, the data services that is connecting all the banks to its branches nationwide, and several other sites, the ATM network itself, and also the third-party link as well. And after having a high density and a very comprehensive infrastructure, we do have our own data center, which is, there are 3 data center, which is a tier 3. And this tier 3 data center actually helps us to provide the platform of a cloud services that is also connecting to the hyperscalers of the world, to the Google, to the Microsoft, AWS, and Alibaba as well. So having the connectivity, the data center, and also bringing the cloud into the market. So it is also wrapped with what we call a security services, or we brand it as what we call today SIDEC. In order to return back to the industry, we provide approximately 16 of the cybersecurity portfolio to the market that will enable the security of the infrastructure itself. And not also to mention that whatever that we provide from the network services, data center, and also the cloud services, we are ensuring that the features, the security is meeting with the RMIT requirement which has been imposed by Bank Negara. In TM1, we do have a dedicated team who look into the RMIT compliance, and we are continuing on our engagement with Bank Negara as well, not to be certified, because RMIT is meant for the financial institution. And what we are looking forward is to have the feedback from the Bank Negara itself to ensure the services that the FI industry is using is in compliance with the RMIT. And I think, Vincent, lastly, the key point here is that with the extensive connectivity coverage, the data center that can produce a good cloud platform, coupled with the security services, we look forward to serve the banking industry, in which I believe from the infrastructure perspective is ready to move forward, because it will enable, number one, the scalability. Number two, in terms of the cost optimization. And of course, when it comes to the future proof, this is where the cloud services will serve the industry itself. So that is the message that we're having today. And if I were to compare to the initiative that has been done by China Telecom today, if you were to look into them, since the day of establishment in 1994, they have been serving 1.2 billion of customer out of 31 province, and they are almost the same as Telecom Malaysia, started from the infrastructure itself and then goes to the cloud services, and now they are supporting the nation that is moving into digitization when it comes to the banking industry. So that is my slide, Vincent.
All right. Thank you for sharing the overview of telecom with us. So, Gaddafi, any comments about where the industry is headed in terms of the digital banking?
Okay. Thank you, Vincent. Actually, one of the key items that I'm trying to provide here today is based on the initiative to strengthen the infrastructure itself. the key consideration that needs to be given is number one, almost 90% of our household today in Malaysia is already powered with the internet connection. Yeah, and you must also remember that 135.4% are mobile cellular users today, which means in the population of an adult Malaysian, they could have 2 or 3 devices. Now,
Mm,
most interestingly, 66% of the internet users, they're using it for mobile banking. And
mm,
this number from the average compound growth rate is increasing with 2 digit of percentage in the next 3 years. And perhaps one of the key important highlight is 81% of Malaysian are active in social media.
mm.
So these are the point of consideration that derive from the fact that we have built the infrastructure to support the, even if I were to zoom in the banking industry itself, this is where I'm coming from.
Okay,
And
great.
yep.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, I think certainly the consumer market and SME market has really ramped up digital adoption as of late, especially within the year 2020 and 2021, right? So definitely it's the right time for this framework to be coming in. And, as many of the panelists last week and this week mentioned, banks and the new digital banking aspirants alike need to ramp up this kind of digital value propositions. With that, Gaddafi, thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you again soon. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for tuning in for the past 2 weeks. All the sessions will be available later on YouTube for reviewing. I hope you guys enjoyed the session as much as I did. And take care, and we hope to see you again soon. Take care and have a good evening. Take care. Bye.